And we're live. I might have to, let me see. Will this make it? I'm going to turn on the light. Hello, Star. Hold on. Girl. Child. Okay. I don't know what it is. Why is it so dark? Is it me? Is it? Let me try this again. Why is it so? I just need a ring light. Next on the list of things to buy, a ring light. Anyways, here we are, live readings. If y'all want a reading, PayPal in the description down below. Super chat here on YouTube. That's what it is. That's what we're doing today. I'm gonna try and stick to these, but I want to venture out. I'm probably gonna just use the Pavlov. But let's see here. Let me put some of these pens away because I'm not writing right now. Put you away. Meanwhile, I'll wait for someone to ask for a reading, you know? So yeah, let's see. I like how when I say PayPal or like Super Chat, like the viewership goes down. I don't even have that deck. Shane, I only get good decks. I'm just kidding. That one actually looks really nice. But unfortunately, not for me. You know, it's like it looks nice, but I'm like, I already have Sasura Ibito, so it's like, why would I want, you know? But I saw you uploaded a walkthrough. I was like, I was about to let it out that I saw your walkthrough, but I'm like, wait, I didn't watch your walkthrough. Star, if you would like a reading, super chat right here or PayPal. Okay, link is in the description down below, or at least it should be. If it's not there, let me know. You know. So no, I don't have it though. It's a great deck, I think. Well, let me know. You know, let me know how it goes. You know, as you work with it. Also, looking at how I'm having to put away all these pens, you know, I'm like, I want them in their cases for now, at least. But I do want a nice. Now I need a case for my pens. I'm not talking about pens. Talking about readings here. Yeah, and just from the imagery, the line art, the illustrations look similar, related, and akin to Sasurai Ibito Tarot. So yeah. Hello, Pepper Jackie. Let's see, let me put this over here. I have my little bottle of water. Okay, let's get into this, all right? Hello, Lady D. Let's see. I really need a book on geomancy because I'm looking at that. Let's see. Oh, hello. There we go, Star. Thank you. You can either do Super Chat via Medina or you can do PayPal. Oh, also I have my wish list on there, but that's like, you know, that gets you multiple. I have my book wish list on Barnes and Noble, so if you get me one of those, depending on how much the book costs, that'll get you like multiple readings. Just a heads up for anyone, you know, if you guys want to buy me a book, you know. Let's see. Did you get my last payment? How does the super chat reach you? It pops up here, like Star did one right here, and it highlights it on here, and I you know, it pops up on here. But the payment goes to my Google Pay account through YouTube advertisement. It adds on to my revenue or whatever, and then it eventually reaches me. But YouTube does take a cut from it. But I'm almost to my next paycheck. So yeah. Well, let's see. So Star asked, since she paid, how do you access the payment? How do you get it? Through a monthly payment. They send me like a paycheck every month when I reach. Well, if I reach $100, you know. So yeah, let's see. Where is your question, Star? There you go. Is there any job offers / interviews? But I will say PayPal though is more immediate. I get more of it, less of a pay cut from YouTube. So yeah. So but either way, it's convenient. You know, with Super Chat, I don't have to check. I can see it there. I think it also like helps with my channel. I'm not sure. I don't really know. But yeah, let's see. So yeah. I it's like I got it, but not yet. You know, it's like I got it, but not yet. You know, but it's getting there. Anyways, Star, let's see. Is there any job offers / interviews coming my way? Oh, in June or July. Let's see here. Let's see here. I want to put these. There we go. Got to make sure they're upright. I'm going to try this one out on you. Star. Let's see. Is there any job offers / interviews coming my way? June. Let's see. Let's try this out. The Botanica. Sepia. This is sepia though. Well, maybe we'll see. Okay. Look at this. This is interesting. Okay, so, how would I read this? It is the High Priestess, though. We have the High Priestess here. Okay. What are you? And then you have the Two of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Coins as well. So lots of dualities, lots of doubles going on here, especially with the High Priestess being the second, major arcana. Well, technically the third, but it's the second number. It's number 2. So a lot of dualities here. So, So yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's kind of telling me like, probably not right now, probably not yet. Probably not at the moment. Well, yeah. For some reason, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is telling you, get ready to save your money. Get ready to penny pinch and look under the car placemats, for any spare change, for a while. Because the Two of Swords to me is kind of like indecision, indecisiveness. There's no really like any clear-cut answer here of saying like yes, but it's like it's up in the air sort of. But the Two of Pentacles shows, at the bottom of the deck, which is change. So it sort of shows that you're not really putting any change into that. Have you been? Because I'm pretty sure you have been putting in like applications and sending your resume and all that, and asking for, putting yourself out there, like that Orange is the New Black episode where the guy's like, I did everything you asked, and she's like, well, did you put in your resume yet? And he's like, no. And it's like, well, you're still supposed to do that. I don't know does anybody remember Orange is the New Black? Okay, good, Star. Yes. Yeah, it seems with the High Priestess too, there's like no communication, silence, blocked off, mystery, no answers yet. I think being June, July, April, May. I mean, that's pretty good. Like right around the corner. Yeah, I think no. It's sort of telling me with the Two of Swords and the High Priestess that perhaps, hopefully, after June is probably the best. Probably, I think you got to wait for some other things to be put in motion, some more things to change a bit before you'll hear something back from them. So, yeah, I wish there was more positive news, but yeah. Which, I mean, like the Queen of Pentacles, she's able to gather up her resources well enough to to push her through the next month. I would say the Queen of Pentacles is great at that. So yeah. Star, I wish you luck. Thank you for the super chat, and I hope you hear back from those job offers. I hope my reading's wrong. Okay, so let's see. Wentworth is so much better than Orange is the New Black. I haven't seen Wentworth. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. What if I have Astrology of the Soul by Jan Spiller as a PDF and I'll send it to you? Wait, what's that? Astrology of the Soul by Jan Spiller. Which one's that one? I know it probably is on my wish list. You know what, V Medina? I mean, can you send that? Is that legal? I don't think that. No, I don't want to. I don't want to plagiarize. I don't want to, like, you know, right? I don't want that. You know, but thank you for the offer though, V Medina. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't want to steal from the authors, because it's like these occult and spiritual authors barely get paid as it is for, and you know, so yeah. But thank you though, thank you. That not a bad idea, and I wouldn't turn it down. But again, it's just transferring a payment. I want to give. You know, I don't want to do that. I don't. So yeah, Wentworth. Where is that? Is that on Netflix? I don't know. But yeah. Let me see. Let me check. Let me check here. Anybody else? I don't know. As always, PayPal or Super Chat readings, all right? Or, like I said, books, because, honey, the research, it doesn't stop. It really doesn't stop. Already with the full, it's like, I thought I was almost done with the full card. I was not. It's on one of those. It's the Australian version, basically, more grown-up, gritty. I feel, you know what? Foreign films, they're more cutthroat. Let's be real. They don't hold back. That's what, and I appreciate that from foreign films. Let me see. I should have my PayPal open just in case. So far, I haven't gotten any, like, hey, you know, because, you know. Oh, who is this? When was this? 13 days ago. Oh, no, that's old. Okay, no. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. No. Just got confused there. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Yeah. I really just, a part of me just wants to, like, go through and just go crazy on, like, Tarot of the Spirit, because I always want to read with it, but it's like, I haven't studied you well enough. But anyways, hello, Tarot Oracle. You see, I'm on at a more early time than usual. That's another thing I should really upload on my for a poll. What time people would want me to upload and go live for my tarot series? But that'll be after this. Baba Studios also releasing their fourth. Yeah, it'd be their fourth printing of the Victorian Romantic. Which the pre-order should be going on tomorrow sometime. I don't know when. But yeah, loving the early stream. I'll try and keep it at this time. It's just that around this time, it's like, it's usually like dinner time, but I'm like, you know, so it's like, it's either before dinner, which is like too awkward for me, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 20. Well, save one for me, because, you know, which is also why I'm doing this. I'm like, I gotta, you know, these decks aren't cheap, honey, and especially, honey. Let me just tease something. Real quick. You know, I've shared it on my community tab. You know, just gonna flash that real quick. You know, so yeah. Which also, let me just, right now that I'm thinking about my tarot series and all that, let me just point out, you know, one of the most helpful people, you know, who, you know, taught the basics of, like, reading the tarot Oracle, like, for real, just so easy, so like, I loved it. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't think I ever finished the video, so they're so simple and so easy to just basically read the images, and it's like, yeah, because it's like, here's the thing with reading the tarot. It's really not about memorizing. It's just literally learning to interpret the images, because the answers are right there. You're not memorizing, like, what does this card mean? It's tell me what's on this card. You know, it's like, you know, there's a different approach to it, you know? Oh, that's right, too. Oh, that's right. He does. He does. He does. Should I get it? I need to get the Baba Studio deck for priorities. It's like Tarot Oracle and Geomancy book, you know, the Tarot Oracle Tarot book and the Geo and a few Geomancy books, or a Baba Studio decks. Ooh, I should get the books. I really should get the books. I'm like, I already have the 2nd edition and the 3rd edition. But you know, we'll see. What I would like is some of their fold over Japanese silk kimono bags that they have. They have like so beautiful. I always say I'm gonna get some, and then I miss out, and then I'm like, next time, and I'm like, you know. But yeah. Anyways, as always, readings down below. I don't know. I need to learn to. I'm not sure. I'm like, how do I get more people to get onto my readings? I should also set up an Etsy. I feel like I should, and I thought like, oh, just a WordPress. No, I feel like maybe an Etsy, but I also don't want to do Etsy. Yeah, no, and that's just it. I don't get enough private, you know, I don't get enough private reading interactions to really get that, you know. You know what I mean? Tarot Oracle, do you get private readings? And if so, how much versus like your live readings? And the awkward silence. You get about 10 private readings. You see, I wish that were me. And that's just it. I really don't like promote it. How do you like, you know, even that, it's like that sounds like a good amount, you know, spaced out over a week. It's like that's not too bad, you know. I'm like, I wonder how many people. I'd have to ask around. It's something that not a lot of people really share and talk about, I feel. Like really the ins and outs and the behind the scenes of doing private readings. I think I've only heard like a mention here or there from like maybe like Kelly from the Truth and Story when I would watch her live streams. I haven't watched one of those in a while. The old times. But yeah. I don't know. I need to set it up right. That's just it. It's like I have everything set up almost perfectly, but it's like I'm thinking either record a private video and then upload it. But I also want to get into face-to-face, back and forth, comfortable interaction, because this right here with the chat, as much as I love doing these live streams for the most part, you know, I do need to get used to that face-to-face, getting a good healthy back and forth so that I'm not like, you know, okay, can I have some more context on this question? You know, and waiting like 10 seconds for the chat to like, you know, for the chat to update, you know, and tell me, you know, and I'm like, you know, it's like that. All right, V Medina, let me check this. Always fact checking. You can never be sure. Because like I say, you either scam today or today scams you. All right, okay, let's see. But I think either like you can email me, you know, send me a PayPal payment, you know. Yeah, I usually for private one-on-ones, I usually charge $5 per card, you know, and that's usually how I go. So yeah. But with these like public ones, these live streaming public ones, it's like the format is so, you know, that it's like I'm like, okay, I'm fine with just, you know, tips and all that. and also I'm assuming some form of, of some a little bit of a compensation with the little bit of YouTube AdSense that I get from here. I think, right? Do I have ads on this? I should have. Who got an ad on this? And what ad did you get? I want to know. I'm curious. Let's see. Sent through. Okay. What is the current situation with me moving out? Mama. Let's see. Do I want to use this one? This is the thing I need to also stop doing. Shuffling a deck when I know I'm probably not going to use it. Ooh, I want to use this one, but I literally just need to read the guidebook on this, and I would be really ready to work through it, but not yet. You know what? We're going to go with this. We're going to go with Blood Moon here, all right? Can we see how you shuffle? I have a hard time shuffling. I'll talk about it right now. V Medina. Oh no! Can you guys hear her? She's here. Hold on, Pickles. Let me let her in. I'm sorry, V Medina. Gotta. Come on. Oh, I know. Here you go. Andale. Here you go. Oh, so precious. So precious. There you go. There you go. Okay. Current situation, the V Medina moving out. Did a card flip? I feel like a card flipped. No. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Ooh, girl. Ooh, good for you. Good for you, V Medina. You go, V Medina. You go, Glen Coco. Look at that. First card here. The Chariot. Okay. Let me see if this light, if it will. Come on. Focus in. Why are you focusing on my bed? Focus on this here. This cat girl. I can't wait to get a new camera. But the Chariot here, already you can see you can't really tell because the camera's quality is shit. But he's like weaving his own carpet and like riding on it and like moving out through that, So this is definitely like you having your shit together and having all the threads, all the things that are interconnecting, having it all connected and having all working out together, We have the sun. There we go. You see, you know what? The camera prefers dark-skinned people. You know what? I don't blame it. So yeah, we have the sun here as well. Warmth and radiating energy, I would have to say. That's the best that I can come up with the sun. But the sun is such a good card. It's warmth. It's success. It's the gold that you've attained from the hard work of doing the alchemical work, I would say. But yeah, it's again, it's the Chariot and the sun. What a great pair right there, huh? Then you have the Knight of Honey, the Knight of Discs. Secure and protected. Are you secure? It seems that, it might be questioning that, are you secure? The Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck kind of goes to show that, things come around, things change, things shift, things, the wheel turns, So you're going to be at the top sometimes, you're going to be like falling down other times you're going to be going up, but sometimes you're going to be at the bottom of the wheel getting crushed, So I think it's sort of like learning to prepare for anything. You know, make sure you have emergency kits, you know, first aid and all that, you know, medicine and all that, you know, while you're moving out and having things, you know, for you that you have prepared, you know. What else? Things that you don't really think, things you don't know you have to have with you when you move out until like the emergency hits and it's there. And I think that's what the Knight of Honey is saying, you know. That's what I'm saying here. But for the most part, current situation with you moving out, I'm gonna say, girl, just make sure you got everything, you know, all your shit together. And it's, which the Chariot's kind of like, yeah, let's go, you know, and go for it. So yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, the Wheel is definitely also another card telling you, you know, you're gonna have your, like I said, great and bad times. You know, but don't let that deter you and, you know, give up, you know, and scare you away from, you know, moving on and growing and continuing, you know, as you move out, you know, right? I should ask for more context, but I mean, for the chat, it's like, yeah. Anyways, Amanda. Or Amanda. I don't know. With the asterisks, let's see. What are the X's? Not any X's. The X's. What are the X's feelings towards me? Let's see here. I want to use. Which one should I use? I'm gonna use. Options. Too many options. Let's see. I'm like, should I? No. I'm like, maybe that one. No. I really do need like a more efficient tarot deck selection setup here, but it's like, I think I just need. Let me just confuse my camera to focus on me real quick. There we go. It's because it's so dark. Why is it so fucking dark? Like, it's like super dark. And that light is on. Maybe it's this. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. Enough about me. Let's read the cards, shall we? How pickles. Let's see. What are the X's feelings towards Amanda? Where are you going, Pickles? What are you doing back there? She's just sitting there staring at me. Like I wronged her in some way. Let's see. The X's feelings towards Amanda. Okay, girl. What's going on here? What's going on right here, right now, in this moment, right here, right now? Huh? What's going on? Oh, girl. Okay, what's going on here? Amanda, how long have you and this ex? What's going on here? You wanna go outside? Yeah? Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Here you go. Come on. Huh, Amanda? Let's see. We have because we have the 10 of coins, which to me it's like, okay, multiple long distance, not distance, what's the word? Not close family, distant relatives. You know, it's like not your, you know, father and brothers, but like your grandparents and your aunts and uncle. That's usually how I read it. But it really is more like longer lasting. There's a history, I should say. I think that's a more accurate connection here. A history. And what's going on here? What's going on here? That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm asking that, because you also have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Very passionate, very sparky. Huh? Then you have Temperance as well. Learning to blend the two of this fiery passion with this Ten of Coins being very earthy. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is very, it's a very, very, very earthy element, with Ace of Wands being like spirit and fire. It's just like so fiery and, you know, above. You know, the two are quite opposite, but yet you'll find that there is the one within the other. So yeah, on and off for 2 years now. Okay, so I guess that's the history there. But yeah, it seems that But moving on, let's see. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, at the bottom of the deck. Interesting card here. Okay, so there's like, for this, it's like usually like a winner and a loser. You know, you can't have winners without any losers. But it's like, okay, but that's not a relationship. You know, that's not the basis for a healthy relationship. Is that something that played a role here? One of you trying to one up the other in whatever way, trying to make anything and anything, everything and anything a competition, rather than I heard you did that. Oh well, congratulations, but you're not. You know, like is that one of the things there? I know she's not going to scratch on this door. I know she's not wanting to come back in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You better make up your mind, baby girl. Here, hold on, Pickles. There we go. Well, you're kind of in the way. Come here. I don't know why you want to run like that. There you go. Whew. Sorry for that up close shot of my face. There you go. There you go. Okay. So yeah, it seems that he cares a lot for you, but it seems that there's like a conflicting undertone as well, you know, of like mixed feelings and very like very, very passionate, fiery feelings, but then also like he wants to start. Did he want to start a family? Is that a thing? You know, did he want like to have kids with you, perhaps, Amanda? Or did you want kids and he didn't? Probably plays a role with it with the Ten of Coins. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a thing. I don't know where you're at with your relationship or how old you are. You know, I should really ask that. But to be clear, 18 and above, please. So yeah. And now we wait. Now it's the waiting game to hear back from the chat. You see, this is why I want a more face-to-face. I think Instagram has that feature, you know. 21, so no kids yet. Oh, okay. So it's like still young. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Temperance is a good card, though. It shows that he's trying to, like, you know, manage and keep things the best way is tempered, you know, calm down the extremes, you know, within himself. Look at how messy my bed is. My God, talking about temperance. Need some temperance on that bed. Look at that. Ooh. And it's like the blankets are like folded but messy at the same time. Anyways, there you go, Amanda. I hope this was helpful, and I wish you luck. Hopefully y'all either figure it out and stay on, or figure it out and stay off. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right, Moon Empath? Right? It's a common thing. It's a common thing with these relationships. Yeah. Yeah, it's like very specific. It's like that's why I said it's like you're either gonna stay on or you're gonna stay off. And yeah. And hopefully, you know, it's usually one of the things that's like hopefully you develop and you grow enough. You know, 21, I'm not sure how old your ex is, but if he's around the same age, both I think still pretty young, you know? It's like 25 here. Oh my God, I'm ancient. And not even. But it's like still very like, not like, oh my God, 21, so young, they don't really understand everything. No, it's like you still develop a lot through those times, you know? So yeah, it's like, but to me, it's like the on and off again, that to me isn't, personally for me, it's not really a healthy thing. Um, you know, if you're like, you know, it's for people to change, it takes years, just like a month. Yeah, 21 is a blossoming adult. There we go. There we go. Moon Empath knows what she's talking about. He's talking about, they're talking about. So yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, there is good reason. It's like, you know what? Maybe it was rash. Maybe I was messed up. And it's like, I think a lot of the time people, in general, it's like we have a weird, I think people have been taught a good breakup, you know, relationship management type of way. You know, sometimes it's like, okay, this is a breakup, like for sure not coming back together, you know. But then there's some other people that are like, we broke up, but what was the circumstances? Were both of you, was it a situation where both of you were wrong? Now we're speculating. Now we're speculating. But not on your relationship, Amanda, just in general. You know, like what, like were both of you in the wrong, or were both of you in the right? Just a matter of like, you know, how people reacted. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Manila. It's like again, it depends on the reason. Some people will be like, I saw you liking her pictures on Instagram. It's over, and then like, you know, breaking up, blocked, and then all of a sudden, back at it again. It's like, honey, first of all, you know, it's like, but again, it's like that is a thing, you know. Hmm. Isn't it? That is a thing though, the looking at someone else's Instagram, but it's like, how else are you going to be on Instagram? Weird. Tricky. A question that should be a question in the chat for y'all in the chat. If your significant other is looking at someone else's Instagram and liking their pictures, does that warrant like, oh, they're being a little bit unfaithful? Not like literally, but like they're having wandering eyes, you know? Let me know. Because for me, it's like depends. Like if you know, if he's like looking at pictures that are like very like, you know, suggestive, I would say, you know, sexy and spicy, you know, and he's liking them, and he's like, you know, like a lot of, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? Let's see, growth by one or the other might be a legit reason to get back together, right? But like I said, growth takes multiple times. Like you said, on and off for 2 years, that it's like on and off, that right there between, no, it should be off for like 2 years, and then, you know, yeah. And then back on, you know, that those 2 years should have been spent, you know, either with each other growing and working through things, or separate and then developing. And this applies to anyone else that's been in this situation, similar to Amanda. Well, not so, you know what I mean, because we don't have the full context of Amanda and her ex's you know, her relationship history, you know. So yeah. And again, this is coming from someone who has the worst dating history. So let's just put that into perspective here. You know, and that's what it is. You need to see growth. There needs to be evidence of growth and change, you know. So yeah. these readings are getting, well, either way, and it's like this is like a very common question, you know, in these readings that I do, you know, how does he feel about me, you know? It's an interesting one. But that aside, hello everyone. Okay, thank you, Star. Another question. How is my professional life going to be by the end of the year? Let's see that. Let's look into that, huh? Let's see. Should I stick with Botanica? Should I do Majestic Earth? Should we do Pavlov? Should we do something else? I'm gonna do this one. I hope you're all doing great despite the massive retrograde. Apparently, we're not in it yet. We still got a few days grace, but apparently, like, we start to feel the influences so far. Mercury, well, no, there's actually quite a few other retrogrades happening, right? There's like 3, but it's like they're bigger planets. I feel like they're, you know, the more bigger picture thing, not necessarily the intermediate personal ones like Mercury, which is going retrograde. So far, only the last live stream that I did had a few hiccups, you know, with the stream and all that. But so far, this one seems to be doing good. I haven't had any complaints. I don't see anything. Knock on wood. You know. Let's see, Star. How is Star's professional life going to be by the end of the year? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take that out. The card's telling me stop shuffling. Cut the deck. Get to it. Let's see here. Boom. Okay. 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 What is this? Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I need Kofi. Kofi. Wait, I said it as Kofi, but I meant to be like coffee and then say, oh, you mean Kofi? Which, by the way, link in the description down below. There's a Kofi there if you want to support me and my channel. Also, Patreon. I have a Patreon. I do weekly and monthly readings and so occasional daily card spreads. I try to be consistent with them, but you know, a card a day, sometimes it's just too much. I need to cut back on them or reorganize my Patreon. But still, it's on there. I posted on there. I just posted one right today. Thankfully, I was able to. Anyways, back to you, Star. King of Wands. Look at that. Leadership. Again, that passion. Did your card? No. Your other cards went no. But this is far more of a much more positive group of cards compared to your last ones. You know. So yeah. So by the end of the year, definitely with the King of Wands, definitely like planning things out, saying, you know what, I got this. I'm gonna do this. I got this ready. I'm gonna plan this new thing because I've already, look at that, the Emperor, established what I wanted to establish already and have things in order. It's already on, you know, I got the structure. I got it, what I wanted to do. Now I can grow and expand this stuff. That's what the King of Wands, the Emperor is there. That's, honey, you know, you know, what is it? What's the, there's like a Latin phrase, you know, I came, I saw, and I conquer, or something like that, you know, that kind of thing. That's what's going on with the King of Wands and the Emperor. All right, yeah. Also, you have a very interesting card, very creepy looking card. Is that a feather? I'm like trying to see what these are. Are they bottles? Weird. Let me just say weird. Oh no, it's the feather. No, it's the butterfly wing. No, it's just the butterfly wing. I'm like, it's such a weird card. We have the Three of Pentacles, huh? Yeah. I guess what's going on here is teamwork. I think you're going to be working with other people as well on probably some big project, perhaps. What do you want to? What is your like professional goal then, Star? Is like working with people on like big major projects. Is that like a thing? That you want to do with? Because let me tell you, with working with others, I don't think I can do that. I feel like I can't. I just think back to like, school projects just never works out. It's just no, 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 no. Oh, and I never got to, I think, V Medina's topic on shuffling. Now that I read Moon Empath's post there. Um, Bottom of the deck, I should point out, is the Page of Pentacles. Looking for big corporate. Yeah. So yeah, Page of Pentacles, though, does tell you may have to come to terms with starting small, possibly, because it's, like a seed. Even a small acorn can turn into a giant oak tree, as to show you with, let me show you this card. It's very much, it's giving me like all these cards here, this spread here, these cards that you got. Let's say I used to work for very big companies and I'm looking to get back into that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is definitely a card of like, or perhaps it might be the Page of Pentacles might be saying, don't forget to consider the smaller, key and important parts that are integral to the bigger companies, to these big projects and these big companies, so yeah, here. Sorry, itchy upper lip. I gotta moisturize. The Emperor, this Emperor card, he's this giant oak tree with this big, castle cathedral in his arms, and you can see here if it'll focus. No, it doesn't want to focus. Let me see if I can trick it. Yeah, reverse trickery. No, but in his hands there's like a tiny little acorn. I don't know if you can really see it. No, it's too blurry. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. The small seed turned into this big oak tree. So yeah, is it possible to provide a time frame sort of thing? I mean, with something like this, and again, end of the year, that's quite a ways away. I think you just gotta, with anything like this, you gotta really just keep at it. I think that's another thing that the Page of Pentacles is also pointing to: devotion and commitment to that, and being invested into this. You can't just, give up on it. It's like, keep working to it, Star, and you'll be, and things will line up essentially. And I think that's another thing that the Three of Pentacles is saying. Sometimes it's like, other people coming in and you meeting other people that'll help you get the connections that you need to get to working with the big corporations again, and going back to where you were, so yeah, I think that's what it is. Let me see here. So yeah, because with, this is in perspective of like the end of the year. But yeah, I wish I could get you something like, around this time right now, which I mean, like showing like the High Priestess and the Two of Swords in the last reading that we did for you, Star. It kind of does show that it's like things are still like a little currently not looking like things right now aren't looking like they're going to end up like this. But in the long term, if you keep working towards it and pushing towards that, I think I think the cards are showing definitely for sure that you will get back to that, Hello, Aaliyah? Brunner? Oh my gosh, I butchered that. Hello, E. Saturn is retrograde half the year. I mean, right? That's what I'd say. Lunar eclipse seems intense, though. My mood is very unsettled. Is there a lunar eclipse tonight? I heard about that, but yeah. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Star. Alea. Okay. I was trying to pronounce the two A's. I was like, no, let me just. So yeah, let's see here. Star. So yeah, I wish it was like, here, but something like this again. It's so long term. Yeah. Look at that. The cave. Again, not only is it like you're in the darkness, but you can see the light and you can get out of this cave. But also the cave is also where there are precious minerals and jewels and, elements that are needed to help, that are needed to help you star, the materials that you need, the elements are there, this is where you get it from under the earth, it's not just anywhere. Sometimes you got to dig deep and go into the deepest, places. But, and like the stalactites are the ceiling. Stalagmites are the ground, I believe. So yeah, the stalagmites at the bottom, these things take like millennia, to grow. I'm not saying that that's the same thing here, but I'm just saying for things to grow and to be fully structured and to be completed, it takes time. And but with determination, like a constant drip of water, it'll slowly form these crystals and these stalactites and stalagmites in the cave. And yeah, and then once you get the materials and the elements that you need, you get out of the cave, and there you are. And that's that on that. So there you go, from the Devas. Let's see. So yeah, shuffling though, for V Medina, I'm not sure if she's still here. So yeah, and thank you, Star, for the donation. Again, anybody else that wants a reading, super chat, or no, I think it's super chat. I'm not sure where the camera angle is going, but somewhere in the bottom corner of the chat, in the chat box, there should be a little rectangle with a $sign. You can either go through there or to my PayPal in the description down below. Or if you want, a constant stream of weekly, monthly, and or occasionally daily card spreads, then you can support me on Patreon. And there you go, in the description down below. So yeah, which will also get you early access to things that I'm going to be doing soon-ish. It seems for sure that I will be putting my first video on the tarot series, definitely, possibly this summer if I get to filming it. We'll see. We will see. So yeah. Anyways, enough promo. On shuffling. One, I'm gifted with massive hands. Well, not massive, but pretty big hands and long fingers. So that helps. Second of all, I've been, since fourth grade, fifth grade, around there, shuffling cards, and throughout my life, I've always been good at shuffling cards and practicing and just shuffling cards in general, and now doing tarot, my hands are kind of used to the motion, and especially with the different shapes and sizes of decks. But there are those that, sometimes I can't shuffle. But I always say playing cards. Start with playing cards. They're small enough for anyone to start with, and they're usually, widely available, and they're easy to shuffle. They're designed to be riffle shuffled and to practice with, versus like, the card stock of other decks from tarot creators. They usually aren't thinking like, oh, tarot riffle shuffling, not really designed because some people don't. I'm like, girl, if you can't riffle shuffle the deck, why are you even making it? That's what I always say. So yeah. There you go. And that's that on that. Bless your gifted hands. More like privileged. Well, gifted, privileged, gifted. Same thing, really, honestly. Very lucky to have, the hand sizes that I have. Not sure how I got them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll. You know what? If someone would like to sponsor me for hand growth surgery, then yeah, I'll totally. I'm just kidding. No. I was checking out your book wish list, Zach. What are you studying now? Tarot, Kabbalah, astrology, geomancy, ceremony, or magic? All of it. Literally, like again, that list it shows pretty much all my interests right now. So pretty much all of that, really. But right now, what I really should there's like an option for the Barnes and Noble list to go like lowest to medium to highest. I really should put the geomancy and like the ceremonial magic and shadow work books on like the top highest at the top, because though geomancy for sure is one that I want because I really want to try using these, and there's also so yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, anything really. Yeah, I really should make a separate list for the astrology books because I feel like there's so many. Like they deserve their own little list. But yeah, I also have a few other books, but I'm like, no, I should really just be putting the ones that are like for this stuff, for what I'm working on and what I'm studying, and focus on that. So yeah. And that's that on that. And there's also like a list that I have for like that I need to get, but that's not that. I need to get those myself. Um, so yeah. But anyways. I'm like, which makes me wonder what tarot books do I have? I feel like I have enough. I have enough. I think. Are there any that I want of tarot books? I'm sure there are like some in the wish list, but I'm like, like for the most part, I think I got a good I think I got a good bibliography of books for tarot. Um, but yeah, but Kabbalah, that's one that like you can never get enough of. uh, but there is an author on there that's like I think his name is Sholem, I believe is how you pronounce his name, his last name, and his books. It's like always reference. I'm like I don't have any of his books. I should get them. I should get some of them here or there. But yeah. Let me see here. Did I get any? I don't know if I checked here. Let me see here. What's going on here? Nope, don't care. Let me check. I don't know if anybody paid through PayPal. I don't think so, but I'm double checking. No. Okay, good. I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to worry about any of that. Let's see here. Okay. All right, E. Thank you. Whatever you can, you know. And who knows? I may just, I'll try to update the list, you know, in case I end up getting them myself, you know, whichever ones I get. But you know, yeah. Usually the lists are good at updating themselves. They're like, oh yeah, you already got this one. And I'm like, okay, good. So yeah, I really should, like I said, I really should go through and update them and be like, okay, most important, least important at the moment, and then order them through that. Anyways, like most desirable, they're okay if I can wait on those. So yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? But in general, like if they're like mass published, then yeah, I can wait on them. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see, what's this one? Let's see. I have a few of the astrology books. Bernadette Brady's Fixed Stars. Yeah, it's like that. That's like I'm like Fixed Stars. What is that? And I was listening to the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast, and they mentioned the fixed stars. I was like, what is this? And hearing them, I'm like, okay. So yeah. Demetra George's books. I know she has. I have one of them, but I haven't read through it. It's like, okay, wait, this is a bit much. Which one is it? Let me see. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see here. Right? Is it Demetra George? It's like I have, like I said, I got a good amount of astrology books to get me started, but those are like, yeah, this one, Ancient Astrology and Theory and Practice. This is one that like everybody's popping off on, but I'm like going through it, kind of taking a gander here and there, and I'm like, oh, this is like a bit advanced. So yeah, yeah, asteroids and fig stars is what I'm exploring now. Yeah, I'm like, I feel like asteroids are. Asteroids and fixed stars, I'm like, I feel like other constellations aren't really talked about enough, but I get it I'm pretty sure for good reason, but you know, but yeah, that's one of the ones that like when I got like, I'm like, okay, astrology books, this is what I'm getting, this is what I'm doing. And I got those, I'm like, okay, so these are the books that like I shouldn't be getting into yet. I feel, I'm like, okay, I kind of need a little bit more groundwork before I get into these. So I am like working through them. I'm done with the 12 signs, getting into the planets right now. I stopped at Mars because I'm a little bit hesitant. I don't want like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like intentionally done, but I feel like it lines up. Like one time I was studying the nines. I think I started with the 9 of cups, right? No, I was doing the tens. I was studying the 10 of cups and looking into the astrology of that, Mars and Pisces and all that. And then I was looking into the 10 of swords after that. And needless to say, being the 10 of swords, things got a little bit crazy. This was like, I don't know how long, like about a month ago. And I'm like, okay, no, we're gonna slow it down there. And then I started back on the Fool. Because it's like, I feel like when you're focusing on things, it seems to bring out, things surrounding you like that line up with it, I feel, I'm not sure, I don't know, because I'm like, is that not like not like synchronicities, I guess, would come up, like, right? That's what it would be called. I'd be like, sort of like, I don't know. This is where I'm like, okay, I really need to get into the actual study of what the fuck magic actually is. And that's why I'm kind of like spreading out into other topics other than just the tarot, because I kind of have the idea, the idea of like how one thing influences another thing to, sort of like that, I kind of have a slight idea of what magic is, but I'm like, I need to like have like a good foundational thing of like, okay, this is what magic, you know what I mean? But it's like magic is so vague, Question to the chat: what the fuck is magic? Because to me, it's like the idea. One of the, well, it's also hermetic, but I'm pretty sure it's an underlying idea in magic is like the concept of as above, so below, which explains like how like the position of the planets and the stars affects what's going on here, like how the sun affects the seasons, and the position and the tilt of the earth does as well. It's like, you know what I mean? But the signs and the other planets also do that in their own way, albeit in like more nuanced ways. Again, I could be talking about this and then looking back at this in like 2 months and be like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's a pretty good grasp. I'm like, is it right? I question it all because I feel like, okay, because magic is 90% intention, right? It's like I said, because it's like that's where I was like stopping myself with like I was studying the 10 of swords, doesn't necessarily I was putting out and calling in 10 of swords energy, but I feel like it just kind of like just things like sync up with it, Right, low magic is more fun. Yeah, I have a book on low magic. I want to order Damien Eccles' book on. Is that how you pronounce the name? Yeah, Damien Eccles' book on high magic. But I do know there's other things. I just want a more magic at its core, and then like the different variations of the spectrum of what magic can be, from the high to the low to the dark to the light to the to what the fuck chaos magic is. I'm like, what is that? Y'all are taking it way too much. I'm like, let me just see what this is so I know what y'all are talking about. That 10%, 5% ingredients, 5% tools. And really, like, it's like in its simplest form, it really is like what the magician is, in the tarot. And to me, it's like, okay, in its most mundane and simplest form, magic is like ordering something, like ordering food at a restaurant. You ask, you receive, you pay. It's like, it's sort of like that in its simplest form. And I'm like, I feel like there's more to it though, and I don't want to just generalize it to that just one thing. Shouldn't I be doing readings? Anybody want a reading before I keep talking myself into becoming like a fool? So yeah, and it's like ceremonial magic. That's a whole nother thing. It's like, I'm like, because there's also like there's folk magic, again, the ceremonial magic, the sympathetic magic. I feel like sympathetic magic might be something that I'm more possibly into, perhaps. There's a fantasy book on it. I think it's like The Name of the Wind. Patrick Rothfuss, is that? I could be wrong, but that's like the magic system in that book is also like inspired by sympathetic magic. Anyways, witchcraft, spell work, shit like that. You know, like, because one again, I promoted it. I'm like, I shared how do you spell Alexandria Huntington, Zia Hunt? I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but she's coming out with the Nameless deck, and that one I'm really excited about. And it's all about like, and it has like sigils, and it's like big. Her giant guidebook, brick of a guidebook, is essentially like all with like sigils and about spell working and working and doing with that, And then I also have here. Let me see here. I have this here. And I have this here, which I'm very. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I have this here, the Tao of Craft, and also like, maybe I should look into Benabel Wen's. Does Benabel Wen have a course on this shit? On like explaining the basics? I have to go through her blog. I'll do my research. I'll look into it. But this is like very interesting about like food talismans and talismans themselves and what the fuck talismans are. I should look for a book on that too. See what I get into? Because that's what I like, like this, this type of shit, not specifically from this culture, from this, not in the Taoist way, though I do want to look into the Eastern practices as well. But also, like, there's sigils and all that in this book as well. I have another one here. Here, let me get it. I'm like, do I have anything else here? I'm not sure. Also in this one, Damien Eccles, Angels and Archangels, but I feel like I need like high magic, to kind of get a basic or like books on like what like the inner workings and like the how it works, because I'm not just gonna go like, okay, let me see here. Oh, look at that! How funny! I just opened it up to this book, to this page here. Uriel, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Uriel has a special place for those of us who practice magic. He watches over and guides us, especially when it comes to divination. Uriel is the archangel of the earth element, and the season connected with him is winter. We associate Uriel with the north, and his arena is anything having to do with the physical realm, particularly health and finances. And then it says some reasons to invoke Uriel: to assist in divination for anything involving finances, to attain material goods and wealth. So I'm not just gonna like be like, oh, I need that. Let me just quickly trace this, sigil here, copy the sigil, and like put it, and use it or whatever and do whatever the fuck with it. And I was like, no, it's like I need to know the groundwork to it. You know, I need to know the behind the scene, you know, the mechanisms, the inner mechanisms of how it works and what it is and what it does and why, and the quote unquote safety of it, you know, to make sure you know you don't, you know, it's sort of like using a knife. You want to know how to cut it. You want to know how to cut away from you before you even use a knife and all that, you know, before you know, and last thing you need is, you know, to cut yourself, you know, something like that. Not to say that doing any of this is like really, really dangerous. It's like it can be if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And right now, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm not going to be like doing that, you know, though I do know like with tarot cards in a way that's like you can kind of do it in a way of sympathetic magic. Again, how do those intentions work? How does that visualization work, girl? And this is all, and I said tarot, I just love the art. I'm not going to be into all that. Here I am now with all that. Majority of my practice is study. That's literal, girl. Case in point, the wish list. I used to feel bad about that, but I don't anymore. About the studying thing, it's like, yeah, I just want to know how it works. And like a channel I follow, Foolish Fish, Dennis Poisson, as I believe, again, could be butchering that name. He has a few videos on like these topics and ideas. I'm like, okay. But yeah. And that's the thing, like tarot is used as like index cards, so like flashcards to help you learn and practice this stuff. That's really what tarot is. And essentially the point of like saying, you know, the goal of tarot is not the tarot is essentially, yeah, you're not using the tarot to help you memorize these types of things. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, tarot meditation are essential, but everyone's path is different. I really want to like give my hand, give a try to meditation and all that, because it's like even though it may not be a specifically like Eastern practice, meditation and that, you know, things like that, it plays a role. Like alchemy, that's like a meditative inner psychological type of approach to it, though actually doing physical alchemy, like with, you know, the chemistry set and the test tubes and all that, like Jung himself also did practice actual alchemy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If that book of symbols in the back wasn't is telling me, proving me incorrect, is incorrect, and I'm misinterpreting the image. But yeah, it's also that, you know. But anyway. anyways, I should be doing readings, but like, hello, I feel like the well has dried up. I feel like I scared away all the people who want readings, but you know, but I got a few good ones in there. So yeah. Also, I want to promo the upcoming live stream that I'm doing with Lucy. We are going to be talking about Sense8. Yeah, and I was like, Sense8. I'm like, girl, let me tell you, I got words to say. I enjoyed the show, but you know, Capricorn Moon, I got to tear it apart, you know. So yeah, you can do magic using Tarot Oracle as well. It's like, yeah, but it's like, in what way? I know some of these, it's like you actually have to get the talisman thing or whatever, or the sigil, and burn it. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that with my tarot. So yeah. Let's see, I've done some spells before invoking the power of mixed major and minor arcana, and it was awesome. You see, for me, because of how I'm learning it and how I've learned it, it's that the minor arcana has the influences of the major arcana. So if you have two major arcanas or a few major arcanas, and they're like for a certain spell or whatever intention, whatever, you put it in, and the minor arcana can sum up the combination of the multiple cards, and then the court card goes even further into like multiple minor arcana, and so you use the court card for multiple ones for just one. But again, that's where intention kind of comes into. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, what is this? Okay, yeah, I'm reading a book that Natalia recommended. We stan Natalia. on the thing she is doing with Mary Grace, creative visualization by Shakti Gawain. I'm gonna say Gawain. I'm pretty sure that's not right how you spell that. It's all about intention. My new age bias is coming out, so not good. Let's see, but yeah. I'm broke, but I would. Started my new job. Good for you, Lady D. Waiting for my first paycheck. Yeah. Let's see. Sounds like a good. I mean, anything that Natalia recommends, I'm like, oh, another book onto the wish list. Actually, speaking of, she did send me this book. She sent me this book as a gift, and of course, my tarot godmother helping me. I should have a back and forth with her and being like, what the fuck is magic? Maybe that should be our mission. I messaged her and I was like, I want to do a series with you. And I was and she was like, yeah, sure, let's do Marseille. And I'm like, I don't get excited over the Marseille. But then like I studied it. I was like reading Jodorowsky's book, which on The Fool, and I kind of like passed off Jodorowsky as being a little bit pretentious for some reason. I looked through his book a few times. I'm like, okay, like I read through the introduction. I was like, but then I'm like reading, which I really shouldn't do. I should just skip a majority of like the introductions on the books and just read, the meanings of the cards and the ideas surrounding the cards and how to interpret them and how like, all about the tarot as in general. But part of me is like, I gotta read the whole book. I'm like, do I? Let's see. Oh, it is a short book. Oh, okay. It's like, and now it's like a part of me is like, I've now come to realize and appreciate that shorter books are sometimes better. Sometimes you don't need all that information, but other times it's like, okay, maybe I should, You see, like sometimes, yeah, like I said, and I'm not saying like what I mean by that. It's like more like personal background introductions. If because again, so I don't mean that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Pepper Chinese. Sorry, it's like I said, more like the personal things. There's like a few there's like some things in it. I'm like, okay, sure, Jan. reading Jodorowsky's book, sometimes I was like, sure, Jan. But when I read, the actual meaning on like his approach to tarot and all that, it's like, okay. But again, this is just coming off of my first impression on reading through his breakdown on the Fool card. So yeah, but anyways, I would. Point is, I do want to do a series with Natalia, maybe with magic. Maybe because she specifically she went into witchcraft for a while, but I'm not sure what she knows. I'll message her. But yeah, I would like a series with Natalia on the Marseille. Let's see. Yeah, you should watch that series that they're doing then. That is what it's all about. I think they have done 4 or 5 parts. I know. I'm gonna binge it. I'm gonna binge watch it. Well, binge watch it and then probably have to go back and rewatch and take notes on it. So yeah. But yeah, I that's to say I do try to read the preface and the introductions. It's just that like when I read like some of the personal interjections that he put in there, I was like, okay, this, I don't know why this is in here. It's a cute story. I know it's not real. I don't know, like it's just no, I don't know what it is. So yeah. Yes, they can be. Hello, Gevura Torashi. Let's see. What is this full moon in? I'm not sure. I don't keep track on it. I should really have like a thing somewhere that I can like keep track and take note of that. I believe it's in. No, I don't know what it's in. Sagittarius, I think. Right, I have no idea. So yeah. What other books do you read besides tarot? I'm trying to expand out of that, but I would usually read like fantasy and fiction and science fiction. The Phases of the Moon. I really should. You see, I need that. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's free, right? Whatever. If I have to pay for it. Yeah. But yeah, I've again, I'm like starting to read into what else? I try to read alchemy. I try, keyword try. Um, right now, I'm reading books on how on writing. So far, I'm reading Stephen King's book on writing. I'm like, reading through. I'm like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense with how he writes. reading his like his books, and then like reading what how he takes it. I'm like, it makes sense. It's like I get it. Oh my god, he's so right. You know. Uh, let's see. Let me get that. But I have a stack there that I need to get through. So yeah, let me see. But reading his book is like I'm like, oh, now I want to read Wheel of Time again and read and start the second book on the Stormlight Archive. But I know if I do that, it's gonna put a pause on my tarot studies. This is a thing. I can only do one thing at a time, but I do want to do multiple things at a time, but it results in me taking a pause on one thing and then focusing on another. So yeah, let me get them. Let me get them. And then you can write in your new journal with the new pens. I mean, again, I have all this empty journal thing. What I'm probably going to look into investing is getting something like a binder journal type thing where I can like add pages at a time and fill them up and do that and process and do something like that maybe. But we'll see, because I don't want to have stacks and stacks of journals and all that, because I already have like quite a few that are like empty and have to be filled, and it's like, no, I should get the one and have it more with like books and all that. So yeah. Anyways, what I was saying, other books, Stephen King on writing. I'm more than halfway through. Thank God, finally. Put a pause on that for a while. But yeah, and then again, I'm talking about this book. I highly recommend this. I really should take notes on this and really do. I will possibly try and do a series on this with the tarot and how, because again, one of the biggest things about tarot reading is love and relationship readings. And let me tell y'all, if y'all are tarot readers and y'all are getting all these readings like that, give this, like read through it, give it a try, read through it, go through it, read it. I'm all about it. And it isn't just about like romantic, relationships, with marriage and all that. It's also about like childhood and friendships and parenting and work and politics and ethics and communication. It's all around, and I can't wait to read all her other stuff. It's really good. Wait, what? Who? What? What? Let's see. Yeah, I think that would be better. I have stacks. Yeah, like I'm really liking. Wait, that's not. I keep pointing to that binder, but that's just my printed out Spirit Keepers Tarot guidebook, book of maps. Who wrote a PhD? This is Bell Hooks. Not well, I don't know which one. Wait, which one do you mean? PhD? No. Bell Hooks. I believe, right? Is that the one you're asking about, Pepper Jackie? Let's see. I'm reading a sociologist's book right now. Which one? But yeah, the next books after I'm done with Stephen King's, I really do want to go through this, through these. These look, again, short chunks, short books, but yeah, by Stephen Pressfield. This is again a gift from Natalia. She sent me the Stephen King book, and also these, because I was like, I need to get into writing, and I do want to take what I'm getting from my tarot stuff and also put it into writing, and also eventually possibly do a fantasy book series, because I've had an idea for so long and I just never put it down on paper. But yeah. Oh yeah. She had one day she'll come back. One day she'll re-upload videos and all that. I think she should take what she put in there. I think she needs to make a book. I think she just needs to write a book. I think what she's saying, what she's putting out there, I think deserves to be away from the YouTube sphere and just be published in a text on hand so people can reference and be, it should be in libraries. It should be in bookshelves. Like, I feel. So yeah. I know that's how I'm like, I wanted this to be live tarot reading, but you know what? Yeah. I think it's fine. Stranger in a Strange Land, Arlie. Well, there goes another book onto the wish list. It's more like a book chat. I'm not hating it. I've been trying to like get into talking about books, but I'm not quite sure how. And doing book reviews and all that. But yeah, I would love to do this. This is a book series. This is a book that I would like to talk with TarotTube and T, and do a whole little like every now and then talk about the chapters in this book and do that, and do a series on that. With Y and Annika and Lucy as a series. But I'm like, they need to get the book first and read it. Well, Lucy sent me this as a gift, so yeah, it's like if not, me and Lucy, we can do it, possibly, maybe, because this book is, let me tell you, grateful. But yeah, anyways, let's see. Val Mary, let's see. So why can't that be in US dollars? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. $1,000 for a reading? I mean, I'm just kidding, Val Marie. What's your question, Val Marie? Let's see. Yeah, I'll be checking that book out, Pepper Jackie. Stranger in a Strange Land by Arlie Hochschild, I believe. But yeah. Also, another book, fantasy book, talking about fantasy book, reminds me, before I get into this reading, is Clive Barker. I want to try out his books. I want to give his books a try. They look weird enough that I'm like, okay, let's see what we're getting into. So let's see. Okay, Val Mary, I've met Pablo, Gemini. Okay, first of all, that's your problem right there. I'm just kidding. Will things between him and I evolve into a love romantic relationship? Valentina, Scorpio. Ooh, girl. Well, okay. Let's talk about it right here. Astrologically, from what I've gathered, Geminis usually tend to not really be that committed. Even though, like, you being a Scorpio, that is usually what you're aiming for. So yeah. So Pablo is probably wanting, that's the current thing. But once you got him, you got him, Once you got a Gemini, you got a Gemini, So yeah, but I would say communication. Communication is key. Being Mercury ruled, yeah, I'm not shading Gemini. I'm actually coming around to liking Gemini more and more, because I'm like, yeah, Gemini, it's like, I get it, so yeah, you have everything in Sagittarius in my chart, though. Oh, girl, well, well, no, it's like you're more like, because Sagittarius likes to plan and aim for. Again, I'm not an astrologer, like full on. I'm still learning. I'm still a baby in astrology learning. They usually tend to be, you like to aim for things. Your aim in this case is, I'm assuming, you're hoping and you're wanting and you're desiring and you're aiming for, a love/romantic relationship with Pablo. Let's see here, though. Let's put you here. Let me move you up. I need to like I said, I need to clean up my room. Let me tell you, she is getting cramped here. Anyways, first of all, though, Mary, Valentina, Val, thank you for the donation. First of all, let's get that out of the way, and let's use the ever coveted, ever wanted, ever desired Pavlov tarot. Pavlov. It sounds like Pablo. Anyways, let's see. Things between you and Pablo evolve into a relationship. Well, let's hope so, Again, I'd have to see like what your Venus is in, what house as well. I think what's the relationship house, right? What is is there a relationship house? I feel like there isn't one. A marriage relationship? I think there is. Astrologers in the chat, tell me which one it is. I'm not that familiar with the houses. I think I know the first two. The first one is like who you are. The second one is what you own and what you have. The third one I think is childhood and friendships. I could be wrong. But I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Right? Seventh house. Oh, okay. I have Venus, Mars, Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 11th house. Interesting. Where's your moon, though? And let me see. Let me do the math here. If your Sagittarius is in the 11th house, then that would mean your Capricorn is in the 12th. I'm doing whole sign. I'm rounding them up. I'm assuming. Seventh house is opposite of. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, why didn't I make that connection? And your first house, your rising sign is then Aquarius. Moon and Leo, like Lana Del Rey, girl. Like that song, my Cancerous sun. No, wait, no. Right? Cancer, Sun, Leo, something like that. I can't remember how the song goes. Not an astrology expert either, but I think it does have something to do with your mom also. Whatever is in the sign of Libra, right? Libra? I say Libra. Libra? Out of habit, I said Libra. I'm changing. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm evolving. Let me see here. A card fell. Pick it up. Come on. There we go. Okay. I hope that was the only one. Okay, anyways, back to this. Wait, did I say mom? Moon also. Right? Yeah, what you reflect, what you're... Yeah. Right? Aquarius in the first house, and again, like I said, whole sign. Is that right? Am I right on that? Anyways, back to Pablo and Valentina. What is this, honey? Yeah, not seeing eye to eye. So we have the Five of Wands here. Sorry for the nudity. But, people, like I said, butting heads, the conflict, the tension. We tend to be romantically involved with the friend. Oh, girl. Let's see. We have the Two of Wands as well. So this is, again, looking for some, looking out, looking for other things, looking for new ventures, looking for that, but then we also have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is more in place, more stable, more structured. That really takes his time and plans before he acts. And you can see the planning here, but with the Two of Wands as well, the planning and all that, but they're not looking in the same direction. They're looking in opposite directions, and they're not really facing the same thing. So at the bottom of the deck, to reiterate this, Three of Coins, the teamwork, the learning, the teaching, it's not there. He's got a lot of things to learn, I feel, or maybe you do, Valentina, that you have to, that really like develop and change you into, more into what you guys are meant to be, to really make this into a more involved and invested love romantic relationship. Distance involved due to COVID. Well, once you're both of y'all's vaccinated, You know, maybe that could turn. You know, that could turn. No, literally turn it, turn this around to make the two here meet each other. I don't know which is which. I don't know if the Two of Wands is you or he is the Knight of Pentacles, or or vice versa, whatever. But the point is, there is no seeing eye to eye. You see, we gotta turn it from this to this, and that's gonna require some work. And this is at the bottom of the deck. Work that has been done, honey. Do you think there is any future with him or not? I mean, not really. I mean, it's not really. It's kind of like an extra question, girl. I don't see any indication of like anything ending other than maybe like the Five of Wands showing conflict, showing difficulties, showing things that are like kind of getting in the way. But for the most part, no. Like I said, Three of Pentacles. If you put in the work and you put in the investment into him, I think maybe. It's not. Yeah, it depends on what you mean by any future with him or not. Like I said, romantic or love, because like I said, it sounds to me like you two are friends, like you said, right? Hello, Danny Boy 8406. It is getting warm in here, but it's like I have the light, computer. It's girl. Should I open the window? No, it's probably hot outside too. Ugh. So yeah, the Five of Wands, that conflict though. I think what would be needed is how do you two react in times of conflict, towards each other? How do you manage it? How do you work with it? I think you got to know what that is. Not like, oh, he's a horrible person, he treats me wrong, but I love him and he's no. It's like, okay, we got into an argument, we got into a disagreement on something. How does he react? How do I, how do we manage through that? That's another thing, that needs to be. I think that's what the Five of Wands is saying. Because it's not like severe fighting like the Five of Swords, or like, I don't know what else, like not like the Five of Swords. But it's more like we got into an argument because he let's say like he doesn't like Shrek 2, but I think it's a film masterpiece. And it's like, honey, we all know that Shrek is a film, or like shit like that, something that's not really, but like through the argument, how does he react and how do you react, and like, do y'all agree? Can y'all deal and manage with that? Does he shut down completely? Does he shut you off? Does he or vice versa? It's you gotta figure that out. I think that's what it is with the Two of Wands facing the Five of Wands is kind of saying, like, interact with him more, talk with him more. Like you said, the Five of Tarot is awful. It's not like the worst. Like I said, it's going to teach you something. You're going to learn something from this, and it's going to make you a little better. The Five, Kabbalistically, is like to put simply how I've learned it so far, is that it's the grindstone that polishes the stone into a jewel that sparkles. It gives it a shine. It gives it a polish. It turns the dull into something shiny, and that's what the fives do. So here, you're going to come to something, you're going to learn something, you're going to gain insight into how you react through this conflict. And I think that's what the Five of Wands being looked at by the Two of Wands shows. So yeah, just obstacles, distance, and extra effort required. There you go, like that. I think, once it's really safe, like I said, both of y'all are vaccinated and the vaccine is inoculated fully, and all that. And you guys can meet finally and be together and go on dates and hang out with each other and talk with each other and learn about each other more person to person, because then you can get a better understanding of who he is and how he is, and if and he to you as well. So yeah. Yeah, I got that from Rachel Pollack's The Kabbalah Tree. I believe that's what the Tree of Life. It's yeah. She talks about how like the fours are like the growth of these minerals and the stone, essentially the raw stone being offered to you. The five gets it, polishes it, cuts it, turns it into a glimmering jewel, like that. So yeah, there you go. You're welcome, Val Mary, and thank you for your super chat as well. And yeah, I'm also there you go. And good luck, Val Mary, on your Paulo Gemini relationship, friendship, romantic interests there. So yeah, good luck, and I wish you put in the work, girl. Put in the work. But this will also to go with the put in the work thing. Don't put too much of it into there if he's not going to put the same amount into you as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, sometimes you'll just end up, running in circles and just running in place, not really going anywhere. Beware of that, I should say as well. That's what the Three of Coins, bottom of the deck, also indicates. So yeah. Okay. There you go. Think I got it all. Okay, so. Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh. Yawning. Sorry. So where were we? About books? Right. Okay. So yeah, reciprocity. Yeah. Reciprocity. Yeah. So yeah, where were we? Books. Okay. So I do have my book club on Facebook. I may dissolve that and put it on my Patreon only and make it a thing there, perhaps, and make it like a book exclusive on there, and like have recommendations and reviews of books on my Patreon, and like do add that into the cycle of videos that I have planned on there. So yeah. A song from Chicago in my head. Which one? Because oh my gosh, because I've only watched Chicago like once. All I remember is he had it coming, and what is it? What's her name? She was on Cold Mountain. What's her name? Renee Zellweger. There we go. She has a very weird list of movies: Chicago, Cold Mountain, Shark Tale. Let's see, Matron, Mama, Morton, Reciprocity. Nope. You see, goes to show my knowledge on theater. Broadway, not theater. Broadway. Well, what's the difference between theater and Broadway? I think theater is more like plays and like Shakespeare. Meanwhile, Broadway is more like musicals. Interesting. Anyways, turning your no, I'll keep it. I will stand firmly. And actually, I think I'll get a gold star on it. I think I'll get a gold star on it for not being that into theater. Let me tell you, because some of y'all theater people can be annoying as fuck. Let me tell you. Y'all can be so annoying, I swear. No, it's like no hate, like love what you love, enjoy what you love. But damn, like it's there's a limit. Like Hamilton is not that good. And I haven't even seen it, so I can't really like justify it, you know. I really can't like that's not an accurate criticism, so it's, you know. But again, it's like theater gays. How annoying are they? That should be a video series. That should be a video essay, I should say, not a video series, a video essay. Theater gays. How annoying are they? Where is this box? I had it right here in front. Oh, it's right. It literally is right in front of me. I just lose all my subscribers after saying that. Like, I didn't know my demographic. I will smack you. He will. I can already hear the whistling of the wind of his hand coming right at me. So there you go. There you go. Is theater still? I mean, how did theater survive post COVID? Let's be real. Let's be real. Pickles. Don't look at me that way. So, what now? I feel like I've been on for a little bit too long now. So yeah. There we go. I love the movies. Wait, what? I don't mean like not like that. I mean not movie theater. I mean like musicals and plays and all that. That type of stuff, you know. But movie theaters, it for sure, like that as well. Like the theater, like buying a ticket, going to watch a movie. I don't get the hype anymore. Nowadays, it's like, okay, was this movie really worth paying a ticket, sitting in line, paying overpriced prices for popcorn and all that? But I get it. It's like the experience. Honey, we gotta upgrade the experience. You know, it's not just you know adding different effects or shit like that. It's like the other things, the behind the scenes, kind of like I was watching a video by Movie Bitches on YouTube here, and they were talking about like their experience of going to Blockbuster, the experience of going through and seeing all the movies there and like picking out the movies and having like all that behind there. I was like, yeah, It just feels different. It's something that we kind of like versus like scrolling through Netflix and all that. It's like, let me tell you, Netflix. I don't scroll through Netflix, saying like, oh my god, Netflix showed this to me. I'm gonna watch. No, I have to go to other people's YouTube channels and being like, and hear what they say about it and being like, oh yeah, like this was a great movie, or this was an interesting. I really enjoyed it, or whatever. You know, it's like or whatever. You know. Hearing like small reviews here and there about different movies, or like if a movie's bad, I'll be like, okay, yeah, people didn't like this movie. Let me see what people are saying about it. And then, yeah. But yeah, I do not trust the Netflix algorithm. I don't trust any to tell me like, oh, no. I used to watch 2 to 3 movies in one sitting when I was younger. Now I can't commit 2 hours to other people's That's the thing. It's like, why should I care about this drama? The last one, the only one that I was able to get into was A Marriage Story, which really should be called A Divorce Story, with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. And that was one of the few times where it's like where I didn't stop and I was like, I really don't care about this problem. Oh, another one, Nomadland. You know, I kind of see her struggle. a bit through there as well. I was like, okay, yeah. But there's other times where it's like, I do not care, you know. So yeah, what is the last movie I saw? What is the last movie I saw? I'm sure I just saw one. I haven't actually. Handmaid's Tale, the last episode, the most recent episode, I saw it. That was the tears. They were coming. The tears. They were coming. But then like every time I think about it, I see June and I'm like, what's the actress's name? And I'm just like, she's in Scientology. Something about Scientology. They put out good actors, you know. Tom Cruise? Is that his name? Why for a minute there that I think Tom Cruise? No, Tom Cruise and her, great actors. You know, I loved The Invisible Man. That was a good movie. Loved it. But yeah, no, not any movies in particular, but I should want one. I'm probably gonna rewatch a few movies because I was talking with Lucy and we were like, okay, Sensei, we'll see how many chats we can get out of it. We'll see one. Hopefully, we can get a few. Probably not, but we don't want to spend too long on it. I would say. I don't know. This is me venting my thoughts on it, but I do want to watch and do videos on do live chats on the Alien franchise, possibly live watch-alongs on here. You know, I don't know if I could do that. You know, I'm like, what is this? Let me see. If my thing would show, but I think, you know, StreamYard has options where it can be like me and Lucy on there, or well, I'm not sure because Lucy doesn't like to show her camera. Doesn't like to show herself. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, the Alien franchise, and watch them and like all that. But I will try and we'll see to either put in tarot occult influences into these, because Sense8, the number 8, you know, the numerology, all that, you know. I'm like, what's their signs? You know, they're all born on the same day apparently on Sense8. Nope. We're gonna save it, saving it for the live stream this Saturday. But yeah, A Handmaid's Tale, it's consistent. It held up. I do want to read Margaret Atwood's books, but I kind of don't want to read Handmaid's Tale. I kind of want to read her other stuff and see what else she did. Like, I watched on Netflix the what's her name? What's the one? When Handmaid's Tale came out, Netflix was like, well, we'll also have our own Margaret Atwood show. And they did, oh my gosh, Alias Grace. Good movie. Loved it. Not movie, show. Loved it. There was what's his name, you know, all paralyzed, you know, laying there on the bed, you know, hearing about Grace. He's all like, Grace. And it's like, she scammed all of you, you know, or did she? Anyways, that is a good show, but I won't rewatch it. What has rewatchability? You know, I have no idea. I have very few instances of wanting to rewatch things because I feel like there's so much out there that I haven't seen. It's like I can't waste my time watching something again. It depends though. I think Ant-Man, you know, was the only one that I was like, I love this so much. I want to watch it again. I love Paul Rudd. What can I say? You know? So yeah. But yeah, Handmaid's Tale. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah. So what now? Oh, Raised by Wolves. I love that. HBO coming out with great stuff. What else? I'm sure there's some other movie that I was like, oh, no. But anyways, I think we'll call it a night there. I've already been on for almost for 2 hours, hour 54. So we're probably gonna call it a night there. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Again, no. I'm like, I already see it. No. I'm sorry. No. No. I liked Green Arrow though. I liked Green Arrow, but I only watched the one season and then that was it. But it's no. Let me tell you, I don't get excited for anything CW touches or anything that's CW adjacent. I'm over it. I'm like, they really paid people that. No. No. Anyways, we're gonna call it a night there. I hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I have a very, very interesting walkthrough coming up. Flip through walkthrough live. Well, it's live. I don't know. I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to do the live. I'm gonna redo the walkthrough and flip through the cards and talk about them and give my impressions on it and talk about the ideas behind this deck. Just to I've did a little. I posted a little teaser there, but this here. I'm gonna do a little video on that. Still working on the full card. I'm almost through that, but then I gotta record. Ooh, we'll see how that goes. And then edit. God. Okay. And yeah, so I'll see you all later. And again, Patreon, book wish list as well if you want to help support me and my channel and what I do here. What else? I'm gonna find a way to set up a thing for private readings and really push that because it's like I really need that. Anyways, that's all on that. And yeah, you should no. Darkwood, no. I'm sorry, Gemura. I see the dark. I've seen. Well, it's not bad. It's just no. But this one, honey, let me tell you. Anyways, Darkwood, it's okay. It's okay. She's doing her thing. She's trying. I'm not gonna, but there's so much out there. Anyways. For real now. Bye, everyone. All right. Let's see. End broadcast. Yeah, Gavura is trying to hold me on, but no, I gotta go. Bye.